already hit the live button, so we're live.
Oh shit! Sorry.
You gonna say that right when I press the button?
I wasn't ready. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm good.
We ready?
All right.
Ready now.
Welcome to today's episode of Grown Women Gaming Podcast. It's your girl CHAREECE here hosting. Sorry, I think I spit water out on my laptop, but it's all right. We're cool. I just wiped that off. First of all, we want to introduce our ladies, and please, ladies, go ahead and tell what you have been gaming this week. We're gonna start off with LBOOGIE.
Ooh, I get to start first? Cool. Well, it's LBOOGIE 0208, aka La Boogie. And what have I been playing this week? Tons of Apex, and also played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I'm like, I have to tell myself to get off of that game when I start playing it now. It's funny. I was actually like hosted by Cabby. That's how you say his name, right? Cabby this week, and I guess he just got into the game, and I was like so surprised. I'm like, you realize I'm playing Assassin's Creed, right? He was like, yeah, I love this game. I'm like, okay, cool. And so I guess it's kind of having a little bit of resurgence, you know.
Yeah,
right now.
You was recently like somebody else hosted you too. I can't remember. Miss Funsize, right?
Miss Funsize. Yeah, she hosted me while I was playing Apex. Then I don't know. I'm trying to get to plat on Apex. I know. I've been playing a lot with Delilah's husband, and apparently I'm supposed to be playing with Delilah after this.
Yeah.
I would say, did Delilah know that?
Yes.
I didn't.
Yes.
Look, CHAREECE, I didn't say that.
I said that while she was streaming, I was like, "Yo, you know," because she called me out. She flat. I was like, you know, Delilah was supposed to be playing Apex, but when she, you know, something like that on the chat. I don't remember exactly what you said.
Oh, I said Delilah's been dodging me.
I don't know.
Oh wow! We didn't start. We started this. We started
okay,
this.
First of all,
seconds ago.
she didn't say it like that. She didn't say it. You didn't say it like that. It was nicer, okay? But what I remember most is how Lady co-signed. She was like, "Yeah, Delilah." I'm like, this is not happening, right? It's not live on stream. They're not gonna double team me on stream.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that you don't. You're not a girl of your word. I'm just saying Apex been there for a minute, and I haven't seen you touch it.
But then I saw jumping in Lady stream, and I'm like, you at like I didn't keep out where we played a Call of Duty.
How many? Well, how long we play Call of Duty though?
Yeah, right. That's true. But then, I hit Boogie back up, and I'm like, Boogie, you know, me and my husband, we won. You know, you just, you know, cause she played games with my husband. I'm like, yo, well, you know, technically. But then I was like, nah, that's kind of a cop out. So,
you gonna try to use it?
Yeah, I was gonna try to. That didn't work. I felt bad immediately after typing it. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I won't let that fly. So, so to hopefully after the stream, you know, we'll get to play and jump in and have a good time. I look forward to it, learning how to play Apex and whatnot. Because for me, as far as like what I've been playing, I mean, I finally finished Streets of Rage 4, which was a lot of fun. I beat that solo with Cherry, so that was cool. And mostly it's just
they say a lot of people don't finish that game, right? Solo.
Yeah, I mean, I
can believe that. I can believe that.
Yeah, a lot of people play it co-op. You know, I just been trying to go through it, you know, just for fun. You know, I just wanted to look at the art and stuff like that. And it's crazy because you all know I've been playing around with Unreal Engine 4. That's been my game of choice. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been playing the most, and so now it's really like I'm trying to look at games a little bit different because of the fact that I've been playing with Unreal Engine 4 so much. And so now I'm like,
oh my god,
yeah,
you're gonna be one of them people.
Yes, it's starting to affect me a little bit because I'm like, I wonder what they use for this part, or, you know, what about the hit detection with this box? Use this box. Like it's just my thinking behind the way games are made is just slowly starting to change, and so it's not ruining games for me, which is because I still love it. It's because I love the art. But yeah.
All right, lady, what you been playing this week?
Good morning, everyone. This is me, Lady Infamous 415. You already know we've been doing a few things this past week. We did Final Fantasy VII, the original version. We just finished, quote unquote, disc 1 of the game, and I am exhausted. It is so much time management and boosting up your apps, boosting up your materia, making sure your magic is on point. It's so many elements. I could not have played this 23 years ago, but I'm enjoying the game as it's a story. Now I know why she died, how she died, and Sephiroth's a bitch. So I'm on top of the mountain right now. So that's where I'm at. I don't know where I'm going. I just go where the story tells me, and that's how I'm playing the game. But I am enjoying it. Also, I've been playing I've been doing Call of Duties all this past week. Been doing the Call of Duty challenge. If you guys don't know or haven't heard me say, I'm doing a Call of Duty challenge, doing every campaign from Call of Duty, from World at War to Modern Warfare, like 2020, the new one that just came out. And I have one more game left, which is Ghost. I played Infinite Warfare. I played Black Ops 3 co-op. And I do not, right now as it stands, that Black Ops 3 is the worst campaign story ever. They want to be everything. They wanted to be the Matrix. They wanted to be the Fifth Element. They wanted to be Inception. They wanted to be iRobot, all kinds of things, but they didn't stick to one genre, and I'm glad I'm finished with that one. What else have I been playing this week? I think that's it.
I do have a quick question for you though. What inspired you to go back and play Final Fantasy VII OG? Because you're playing the OG version. I like the new one.
No,
remakes, so.
A friend gave it to me.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, that was like, experience the game, the original, before you dive in to the newer version. And I appreciate the original version more than what I've seen from the remake, because low key, I think the remake got a lot of filler missions in there.
It does.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. And I seen plenty people. I ain't played the game, but best believe I done sat hours watching people play this game. Now, don't get me wrong. The remake looked gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But, a big but. I'm not fit to get 3 cats. I'm not trying to find material to fix pipes or beat up the local gang. Like, they trimmed a lot of the story. So technically, I'm further along in the story, quote unquote, than the people who played the remake, because y'all got the filler stuff. Ain't no way that game supposed to been that long with all that filler. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the original version.
Yep. All right, and it's your girl CHAREECE here. I am somewhat finally over my sickness. I finished all of my medication. Yay! Now I can start drinking back tomorrow.
Wow. Like, that was my biggest issue.
You can't drink when you're on antibiotics. I'm just saying.
Oh Lord.
So
girl.
This week I have been because I can't really be playing like I usually do. I did Animal Crossing is still the bomb. I started terraforming my island. We finna move some houses around. We finna get it pimping. I have been back on Odyssey a little bit, trying to get somewhere with that game and finish it before Valhalla comes out. I actually dusted off my PlayStation. But I didn't turn it on. I just dusted it.
Wow.
Why even mention that?
How is that like?
I started to.
She's purposely not playing it.
New news, y'all. I dusted off my PlayStation. I did not turn it on though.
I legit started to, because I need to get back to Final Fantasy VII. My daughter is like literally daring me to do it to if I can get Shiva, because apparently you don't get her in the story mode. That low-key pisses me off. So I'm gonna play it today. I swear I'm going to play it today. Like, I'm gonna screenshot it and like send it to y'all.
You gonna play what today now? You said
I'm gonna play my PlayStation.
What game though? Can you be specific?
I have no idea.
Come on.
You know what?
I mean, we're not making you play, but we just trying to figure out,
Okay, wait. Somebody did tell me that Detroit Become Human was like $20, and I do have a $20 gift card on my account, and I was like, oh, I could buy that, because I think Lady told me that was like the best.
It is a good game for $20. That's a good ass game.
Cat, I think, was the one.
Yeah, Martian Cat. Yeah, she was talking about it.
Yeah.
So yes, I will. But I start a lot of games on PlayStation. I don't finish them, and I was like,
why you don't finish it?
Because I don't turn it on.
Why you don't turn it on?
I don't want it to.
Come on, y'all. She Xbox all day. Let's just
She bleed green
Mhm.
Right
She
now.
bleed green, man. It's real. It's very real.
All right, so on to our topic. First of all, Amazon's new game has finally released onto Steam called Crucible. I low-key hate the name. Just going to put that out there because it reminds me of Destiny's multiplayer mode.
Yeah.
So already that's a strike against it to me. But is anybody going to try this? Anybody thinking about it? Have you even seen the commercial for it?
No, could you enlighten the people? We don't even know what that is, fam.
Crucible is basically, I want to say it's almost like it's a team-based shooter. It's not a battle royale, but it's objective based. So kind of like Overwatch, you're working on a team together, different types of animals and monsters and people fighting against each other. It looks weird, but also looks very colorful. Interesting, I guess. Some people's cups of tea. I don't know. I'm not a big Overwatch fan, so I really haven't paid attention to it.
Oh, so it's like a team. It's like a hero
team.
shooter.
Yes.
Hero shooter. Okay.
Yes, and it just released on Steam this previous
Oh,
week.
look at all these people saying they downloaded it.
I mean, is it free?
Yeah, it's free to play.
Okay, I see why. If you know, it can't be free.
Right?
But the question
free
is,
is
y'all
for me.
download it, have you actually played it?
Look,
I heard about this game but like 5 seconds ago, fam. Like somebody.
I finally saw the commercial
this
previous week when I was watching something on Hulu and the commercial, and it looks pretty, it looks bright, it looks shiny. Like any 12-year-old kid is gonna love it. But again, is it actually having long-term viability? I have no earthly idea. Like we're gonna have to visit in 6 months to see if it's still around and if anybody's still playing it.
Let me pull up some screenshots while y'all continue discussing. Go ahead.
Okay, for me, I heard about it, but to me, it's like, man, if it's some that sounds or look like I played it before, I'm not gonna be into it, man. I don't care how many times you scan and copy and paste Overwatch and Overwatch is type games. It's just like a game that has objective base and each character has special abilities like move the payload or something like that. We've seen them all. I need some different. But all free to play games ain't good games. I don't know, but I might. Is it free on console? I probably so, right?
No, it's not even out on console.
Oh,
not
so it's about that PC life. Okay,
yeah, it's on their PC. I do not know. Wait. Wasn't there a logo for Amazon games on the Xbox?
It was on the Xbox 2020. There was one of the games that was.
Okay.
So there might be a chance this comes to Xbox in the future. So you never know.
It's possible.
I ain't heard none of my peoples that I play games with talk about this game.
Either.
So that's what bothers me too. Because hold up, just a minute. Sorry. Okay. If people, I know a lot of people that plays all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So for a game that's free to play that just came out with minimal, marketing or advertisement, that kind of like
suspect.
It's a red flag for me. Sorry.
Yes. I also find it interesting that they took the approach of releasing it kind of how in Apex release. It's like, oh yeah, we got this new game called Apex and you can play it tomorrow or something like that or today. So I think this is kind of similar in the way it released because I mean that's a cool way to attract people to your game because people don't have to think about the name, stress over it, and then try to jump in. So I'm looking at it. It looks like you said, it's very colorful. Looks interesting, and because it's free, I may check this out.
I would say, it ain't gonna hurt you. Just
right.
Kill 30 minutes of your time.
Right? It's a little bit of time.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of Steam, Sea of Thieves is going to Steam on June 3rd. I just wanted to point this out. This is just me being petty, but people hate it so much on Sea of Thieves, and now millions and millions of people are playing this game now. So shout out to Rare for, I guess, fixing whatever issues they had with it or whatever. But what are your thoughts on this game going to Steam? Oh, and it will be crossplay. Go ahead and put that out there.
I don't know. I'm pivot to Boogie. Boogie's, I think, play more recent than
yeah.
I want less PC players. I don't care.
Oh,
her
I hadn't thought about
that. Be disabled.
Yeah, I hate it. Like I remember when we first started playing way back in the alpha, and as soon as they started letting PC players play, you started getting all these people sniping you from the ship
the
from way
aim
far
dots and
away and
stuff.
stuff. Like, come on. Like, why can't y'all just play the damn game?
Yeah, that's the risk you take for that. But I mean, you opening up that game to a larger, extremely large audience. And also with Sea of Thieves, you do got a setting. You can say people who play with controller only. And
Yeah, I do like that.
So that's one thing you could do. But I'm not surprised that they're opening this up to Steam. MGS has been doing that, you know. So it's just, to me, I think this is just part of that growth in that particular area. But I mean, personally, I do want to jump back into Sea of Thieves. It's one that I said so while back that I wanted to get back into. But I realized when I started playing it with playing it with Boogie, that I realized I was so low level. Everybody else was like way higher than me. So it's like I have to really grind it out and start over and really try to get to Pirate Legend. Because I feel like once you get there, the game changes. And so
yeah, it does.
I need to start. I need a guide. Like I tried to play it by myself before I got sick, and I just like had no clue what I was doing. And I guess I was past the point where I could figure it out, where they would tell me and give me hints or something. And I just didn't know what I was doing, so I just stopped playing. So I need a guide of some sort, the way I can follow along and at least get back in. So I need if anybody got a good one, send it to me. I greatly appreciate that. But yes, also on our Steam tour, what's the game by? Yeah, we hitting all the spots. Yeah, we're hitting all the spots today. What's the other shooter that just released? Valorant.
Yeah, Valorant.
Yes, that is what Riot Games does. That one. Anybody playing that? Anybody picking that up? Or we just
it's in beta right now, I think, and a bunch of people have beta codes. But I hear, I think it was Pete that told me like some like huge Overwatch, player left Overwatch already to go play Valorant, and Valorant hasn't even come out yet.
Wow.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, I don't know. Overwatch is gonna have some times coming up.
Man, how long Overwatch been on?
Oh yeah, I agree, and I think that they're them trying to add them couple of characters. I don't think that was enough.
Yeah, they did just add a new character. What, about 2 weeks ago?
There's like a bunch of characters from the last time I played. When Lady and I played a couple of weeks back, there were a ton of characters I hadn't seen before. But I don't know. I don't think characters is enough. They need to switch out a lot of the maps. Like they're still with the same maps. Yeah.
Maybe they're saving the good stuff for the new consoles.
Maybe.
This is the thing about Valorant. They made it seem like Valorant was the top game out here in these streets, and everybody had to like really mess with the game and really mess. Like it made it the limit of the people that played that game made it popular than probably if it was a more open beta. So I like I said, when people play Valorant, they played Valorant. I had a homie who played that a lot. So my issue is what happens when these after they open up more, and is it fire like everybody say it's supposed to be? That's my thing.
Yeah, I wonder that too, because like I don't know, from what I've seen, and I haven't seen a whole lot. I mean, it just looks okay.
It's like it's nothing special to you,
just something different,
Yeah,
Like I think that's probably what it is more than anything, is that it's something different.
Yeah, I think it's more of like an aesthetic thing for you. Is that why you feel that way? Because all these games are really starting to, like it's from a gamer perspective, like looking at it, they all starting to like blur, right? You're getting that same vibe. It's like everything's starting to feel samey.
Right.
And so gamers are looking for variety, and I think that's what's happening. I mean, just like how we've been reading articles about how Fortnite has also kind of experiencing some of the similar thing.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the main thing I think people are liking about it is that it's different. It's just something new, something different to play instead of the same old.
Interesting. All right. Since we have it playing in our background, I'm gonna move around a little bit in our topics. Anthem actually had an update, not an update to the game, but the developers actually put out a blog post because remember they haven't said anything about this game since late January, early February about the status that they were going. So they are actually working to redo the game. They are gonna from the bottom up. They're gonna try to redo everything to a certain extent. They're a small team, 30 people at most, and they do not expect it to come out soon or quickly. They're talking this is going to be like a year-long thing, if not longer.
Man,
I mean, either for me, just come out with a 2. Just come out with a 2, and with next gen, and leave it alone. You know.
I agree with LBOOGIE.
Like, so you think this one alone and just come out with 2?
It's too broke. Anthem is too broke. Tell me I'm lying, y'all.
So I'm being a moderator here and the devil's advocate. So you're saying there's no way they can fix this game?
Anthem? I think they can. I think Anthem is very salvageable.
First one, like why wouldn't you just do the second one?
Just do another one.
I feel like we've had this topic before. We've talked about this before, and like the gameplay loop for Anthem is so amazing. Like it's the gameplay loop. To me, it feels right. Like the way the guns fire, the way you when you kill enemies, when you switch in between attacks, it feels great, right?
Now I understand that, but because we're so close to the end of this generation, wouldn't it make more sense to just come out with an Anthem 2, than it would be to try to fix this one? Because
I mean, but a lot of games are going to be, cross generation though. We just mentioned a few of them, like Overwatch and Fortnite. So I don't think necessarily that it needs a new number. I think maybe a subtitle or something like that would be cool marketing. Reborn or rebirth or something like that. But
it has been done before. Remember, No Man's Sky did it. Final Fantasy 14 did it. They had some issues and went back to the drawing and redid the game and came back better. So that's basically what they're basing this on.
Like a lot of games have done this. Like you have your No Man's Skies. We just mentioned the Sea of Thieves and how it started out, with the content that it had and it was able to grow. So I think, I mean, again, I'm attached to that gameplay loop. I feel like it only needed a few things to make it great. So
I'm gonna have to disagree with Delilah.
Go ahead. Speak on it. Speak on it.
Okay. Look. This is the thing with it. You're right. It's going to this is like the last 2 minutes of this generation of gaming. You cannot delay an improvement on a broken ass game a year and expect it to be successful. I think a lot of people that bought Anthem had played it and moved on to the other stuff. And also, when next gen comes out next year and is in full force, and you got these Unreal 5 engines and these new companies giving us better looking games and better looking stories and better looking atmospheres, what can Anthem bring to that table?
I mean, you make a strong point, but see, the thing is, for me, I said this when we were playing Anthem when it first came out. I feel like Anthem itself, the core gameplay mechanic and everything that it tries to do, was too ambitious for this generation. To me, that game is perfect for something like the one that's coming up, like your Series X and your PlayStation 5, because of the amount of horsepower is going to allow you to be able to fly across maps and load them that quickly without having to show like loading screens and being able to load in certain particle effects and whatnot. I mean, the sheer amount of power is gonna, to me, that's what I think the update is gonna take advantage of. So if they do that, like, I mean, I agree in that fact. Like, if they do that, like, if they say, okay, we're gonna refactor this game and make it solely for Series X, PlayStation 5, where we have the memory bandwidth, we have the CPU, GPU power to make this feel like how we intended. Because we got the gameplay down, you know what I mean. We can. I mean, as far as like controller feel when you shoot it and stuff, like if we can make the world, like we intended on a new generation, then I think they should. I'm all for it because I personally thought it was almost there.
It did have its moments. Again, Delilah is right. The gameplay loop was fire. When it worked, it worked. But when it didn't work, oh, you knew that shit.
Right.
And I can see on the new console with the smart delivery and everything. So when I finally get my new console, I download Anthem on it. Hopefully that works out. We're just gonna pretend it does, so don't quote me on that. Say I download the old Anthem on it, so that should technically kind of kill some of the loading times right there. That right there was my biggest gripes. I should not be able to go fix me a sandwich, give me something to drink, and come back, and the game is still loading. Like, yeah. That's
from a technical perspective only. Right?
Yeah. We're not gonna comment on the loot and the in-game content and how stuff just didn't work out like it was supposed to, but we ain't gonna comment on that part. But technically, the Series X should improve the technical aspects of the game.
Anthem 2 2023. Let's get it.
Hey, somebody mark it down on the calendar.
Anthem 2
2023.
Or Anthem Reborn.
There we go. From Reborn. I like that marketing, the Reborn. From the ashes. Have the big movie voice. Have the movie voice and everything, right. You know.
This game was so broken, no one could fix it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was so good.
I had the drums in the background.
Mm-hmm. You get it starting off slow and getting real loud. Yeah. Okay, I see it. All right, and on to our next topic. This one is just funny to me, so that's why I added it in. Cliffy B, the creator of Gears of War, our beloved series, has some regrets. He now wishes he had put his game on Xbox, because that was his basically home console, and that's where everybody knew him, and he now regrets not doing that. Any thoughts or giggles? Anybody want?
Right? Plenty of giggles. Like, that shit was funny. Because remember when all that shit went down? Didn't he, like...
That and Radical Heights? What's the other game?
Yeah. Didn't he act like he only wanted it on PlayStation or some mess? And I remember it being a bunch of mess.
You know, first of all, you don't be at a company that you've been the majority of your career that fed you, and you bit the hand that fed you, go to your competitor's company thinking that your game was going to be successful, but you forgot.
Yeah, I think he was too Xbox for PlayStation to accept him.
Yeah, that's
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think this is interesting because I think it was more of a reputation thing. He, of course, him being, co-creator of Gears, like, PlayStation, a lot of PlayStation fans, a lot of people just didn't know who he was. They're like, okay, you make Gears, and we really don't play that game. So it was no sort of attachment where I agree in a sense that as a Gears fan, as an Xbox person, that's my primary console. Yeah, it did kind of throw me back when it was like, oh yeah, and then he started like doing some weird stuff too on Twitter. It just kind of got interesting. Just and of course, I'm putting it nicely.
Yeah, but very nicely. Yeah, because he had his Elon Musk on for a minute.
Oh, for a long minute.
I'm like, so you just gonna not make your game successful? Your game would have been more successful than it was if you put it on Xbox. But for some reason, somebody whispered in your ear, like, "Hey man, just put it on Sony."
No,
I don't think it was like that. I think it was more of a business thing and a monetary thing. Clearly,
if it was a monetary thing, he would have had that on PC. He would have had that on Xbox, Switch, everywhere. He didn't do that, right?
I think it got compounded based off of like what was said afterward. He was like almost trolling Xbox fans because you got your entire people that follow you on Twitter are Xbox fans, and you trolling them because your game is now on a competitive platform. Like, he was trolling. Like, let's just call it what it was. And so people felt some kind of way, and I don't know if that contribute to this day. I mean, we do not know that those feelings that people had, if they translated to the game, as far as game sales, people's perception of the game. So I think it's more so speaks to just like make the game great, and then people will adapt to it. The game's great, it'll be a different story. So I mean, that's really the best way I can say that.
Is that the only game, Lawbreakers?
Yeah, that was
Lawbreakers. Was it? Yeah,
and
then they put out the Fortnite competitor, which was Radical Heights, which was based like 80s kind of style Fortnite clone kind of thing.
So it got overshadowed by his ignorance in social media.
Basically.
All right.
They both crashed and burned. But okay, second question. Why do you think he is saying this now?
Because he's writing a book. You know, he's doing a memoir. I mean, he mentioned that on Twitter, is that he's writing a book and he's gonna put, you know, pretty much what happened during that whole time, why he made the decisions he made, what happened with the studio that, you know, Boss Key, which I loved the name of his studio, by the way. You know, the studio that he created, he pretty much gonna write about like what happened with that, and you know, the highs, basically the lows. And I mean, 'cause think about it, he's still a very, very successful guy. Well, a lot of people don't know it, but Cliff Bleszinski, because he dropped the Cliffy thing, but he invested in Oculus when it was first starting out, and kind of like, you know, he has a ton of investments now, like just spread. He got an insane portfolio, and that's like he's able to kind of go through the situation that he went through with Boss Key and still kind of stay afloat, you know, because he just was smart with his investing. But
so his last 2 games are double wood, so that's cool. DELILAH.
Yeah, I mean, y'all got to speak on that. You know.
Yeah. This is the thing. A lot of people. Okay, the thing, I understand that there's people in the industry that have been here for a long, long time, and they got some weight on their names, but that still don't give you a right to troll your.
I think the trolling was going too far, though. The trolling was going too far.
When you trolling and you not only not put the game out on Xbox, but you troll the fans of Xbox and not show your game, that's karma. Your last 2 games made double wood. I don't even know. I forgot about Radical Heights. I seen a commercial and that was it. But don't do that. Don't do that. If you had so much weight in the gaming industry, you should have your personal project should have been more successful. But instead, you want to be ignorant. You want to use your power to sell your product to the highest bidder, which in this case was Sony, and it backfired on them. Because if I was a Sony fan, I'm like, look at this switch out artist. He used to run with Xbox all day. Now he's trying to be with Sony. Man, I'm not supposed to touch his game. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, but then also you're speaking from a perspective of the hardcore, like the casuals. You know, they don't know who he is. Like, you know what I mean? They just play the games. You know, they don't know Cliff. You know, they don't know Rod. They don't know Ybarra. They don't know. You know, they just play the game. So to me, the game has to speak louder than all of that. None of that matters. None of the stuff that the hardcore people focus on. I mean, it matters. It matters, of course, because we influence the casuals. But it's like when you bring out a game for the first time, you need to like have that junk popping on Twitch. You need to have it popping on Mixer or some of the streaming platform. The casuals have to be really gotta adapt to whatever game that you're making and want to play that game. I think, to me, that was what should have been focused on, not so much, oh, I'm Cliff and I put my game over here and let me troll y'all. I know y'all follow me and blah blah blah. Like, to me, it's bigger than that. It's way bigger than that.
Since I just want to point this out. Well, question also. Even with him, if he was quiet and he kept his mouth shut, his game still was not popping though.
That's the part I'm trying to. Thank you, CHAREECE. That's what I was.
So the game would have been double wood regardless.
No, I don't think it would have been double wood. I think it would have, if he'd have kept his mouth shut, he would have had time to fix some of the issues with his game, and people would have given him the chance to actually fix them. Like but he was too much. He was popping off at the mouth a little bit too much, and people were like, you know what, I'm just done. And like, it didn't get no better after that. So yeah, I think and I think he's learned from that. If he'd have kept his mouth shut, his game might be still around today, and that's a might. But
you still gotta make a good game. You still gotta make a good game. Like,
regardless.
And
apparently, it wasn't even a good game in the first place. I think he literally relied on his name just to sell the game in the first place, and he thought that was gonna be enough. And then when he figured out it wasn't, all that shit got shut down. So yeah.
LBOOGIE, how you feel about it?
Yeah, sorry, you guys gotta give me a minute. Something wrong with my dog.
Okay, no problem. I'm
Sorry, y'all.
no.
I got the water, but I'm still choking a little bit.
No, that's okay. It could have been a better situation for that boy.
It should have been.
It could have been. It could have been.
He thought he was gonna get the same respect that he got at Xbox. He thought he was gonna get it other places, and when it didn't work out like that, he kind of showed his butt.
Yeah, I think it's different. I mean, you think about it. If you think about the franchises that he's historically created, like you had your Unreal tournaments, all the, that's what he started, with the Unreal stuff. So Unreal Championship, Unreal Tournament, and then he, Gears was another success for him. So he's only been associated with the success, right? He's on. That's been the primary thing. So I can understand why he would feel that way. Like, oh, I make hits. It's kind of like the music artist who's never made a bad album or made a bad song. It's like you just think whatever you put out is gonna be golden. Whatever you put out is gonna be great. People are gonna flock to it. People are gonna buy it. I can pop off. I can say what I want to say. I can do what I want to do, and people still gonna buy it because I'm me, right? And yeah, I mean it can have consequences, and perception is powerful.
Yeah, this is the exact same thing I tell my daughter on a weekly basis, because again, I'm not trying to be bragging nothing, but my daughter is excellent in a lot of things. She's smart, she's athletic, she's a dancer, she does all this stuff. She has not lost in anything that she has done. But when it does happen, and that's rarely, she needs to learn how to handle it gracefully. Cliff did not handle that gracefully. Because he had never lost or had a bad game or whatever. He did not handle that as well as he should have, and now he needs to he's trying to apologize but not really apologize on the sly.
That's the thing. You get that a lot these days about people wanting to apologize but not really apologizing.
Ego. I mean that just goes to that's everybody deal with that. Sometimes, you especially when you feel like you didn't really do anything wrong. Like, it's, how do you apologize for something you don't know you did wrong? That's hard to do.
And again, he didn't do anything wrong. He just handled the situation wrong.
I believe he didn't have the right people around his corner telling him what he did was wrong. And that's the problem with people. And that's the problem with people. I don't care if you Cliffy or you Lady Infamous 415. You already know. If you don't have your circle, your group of people around you telling you,
girl, say that, hey, because
Jesus, I'm saying, if you don't have the right people,
I feel like even with us, well, we check each other all the time. Like, yo, Lala, why'd you say that? Or we do that all the time. Like, sorry. So when you have the right people,
we got no money. We got no money. But for real. Either you Lady Infamous or you Cliffy, if you don't got the right people around your corner, they is gonna let you mess up. They are gonna let you mess up your name, mess up your game, mess up your connections, and now you at a point that you have to feel like you gotta apologize to social media. In the back of your mind, me, if I was, could be like, dang, why ain't nobody? Yeah. I was so all egotistical with my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why nobody told me I was wrong?
Yeah,
I'm saying I agree. Go ahead.
Like, yeah, like a lot of people, I think about that all the time. Like when people have a ton of yes men around them, like you're always agreeing with everything they say, never challenging any type of decision. And I think that only makes for bad business. And that's why I've always made it my concern effort to always say how I feel about something, whether I liked it or not. I remember when I was at E3 last year, and I'm not going to put this person's name out there, but a certain individual came to me and was like, so what'd you think about the show? How'd you like the show? And I was straight up just like, I thought this was bad. I thought that was bad. And basically that person was like, well, I definitely want to talk to you later because some things we want to fix about it, so on and so forth. And so I think, probably up until that point, he or she heard, only the good parts. Like, oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Fans are going to love it. Instead of hearing, this is what they may not like, or this is what they don't like, and you'll be surprised how many people actually like appreciate that. And then you got some people that don't want that
It's
at
all
all.
on how you say it though, too, Delilah.
That's true. That's true.
Because you can't just tell somebody, you know,
oh, this trash.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do it nicely.
Yeah, but people should know the difference between like an insult and constructive criticism, and a lot of people don't know that either.
That is true. That is very true. But yes, so anybody got anything else they want to say on this topic before we move on?
Boogie here. She back.
Yeah, Boogie's back.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of what you guys said, you know, and he probably did have a lot of yes men, you know, around and, you know, not giving him the real perception of what was, you know, happening outside, which, you know, you need. You know, you can't just, I don't know, keep flying above the clouds thinking that everything is kosher. But he learned. I'm sure he learned. So we'll see what comes next from Cliffy B.
Do you all think he's gonna get back into creating and producing games? I know he was trying to be
because
a
it sounds
consultant.
like he has a love for it, you know?
Yeah, passion. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's ever gonna go away.
No, I just hope that the next project that he does, he has a better way of putting it together and showing it to the masses instead of being restricted to one platform. That's all. That's my thing.
All right, then. Okay.
I just got a quick question. So, did you all play Lawbreakers though? Like, I just want to clarify. Like, did you all play the game at all? Like, or I mean, you saw. I'm pretty sure we saw trailers and stuff, but okay.
No, I didn't play. I'm not gonna say I did.
Nah.
And that was before this whole hero shooter boom kind of thing. Now it's getting saturated, right, with the Valorant and it's starting to get like, yeah. Okay. That's all I had. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you're good. All right. And speaking of multiple platforms, PlayStation Games gets a new brand spanking news. PlayStation Studios now, right? I don't care about the splash screen. I just want to know your thoughts on these games going to other platforms, and this is why they did the rebranding.
I mean, was that announced?
It's not announced, but it
okay.
It was in a report, like 1 or 2 lines, that the reason for this rebranding was because they want to, when their games go out onto other systems, they did not name anything. They wanted their name to be out in front and center, basically. So say if a game ever pops up on PC, PlayStation Games will be the first thing you see, because that is behind the people who made the new name. So, and nobody paid attention to that part. They was too busy. Oh, to copy the screen. Everybody copies everybody. So that I wasn't really concerned about that part. I was concerned about, I want to get your opinions on the thoughts that, hey, maybe year or two in the future, we see PlayStation exclusive come out the same time it comes out on PC.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was been playing around with this a little bit on Twitter about, about them, having a similar intro, and in actuality, like, they created that screen years ago, but they added the whole part where you can see the games inside the intro and stuff like that. It felt very similar to what Xbox Game Studios is doing with their intro. I thought that was cool. So for me, I think them having a new name is going to be in line with what they do when they release their titles on PC. Because we already know that some titles are going to PC. You already had games like Detroit Become Human go over there. It was a couple others. I know there's a bunch of other like rumors and things that's associated with that as well. I'm not gonna speak on. I'm pretty sure y'all are familiar, but it's like, that's, to me, it's a smart move. Like, you want to show when someone load that game up on a different platform that, look, this game was funded by PlayStation, fam. Like, we just, we'll just let you know that, that means it's like a badge of quality, or a badge of what kind of experience you're getting, because our studio created this game or whatever. And I think that's what this is. It's just a badge. But
anybody else?
Man, look, I'm not. I just hope the games come out good. That's all from PlayStation. I don't want my PlayStation to sound like a jet engine, just like the Xbox. I like the original stories, and and that's what I'm getting into. I just want to see what PlayStation's about to do, man. I want to see the console. I want to see the price. I want to see the new interface. I want to see what apps or capabilities that the new PlayStation is going to have as
Yeah, I'm
well.
ready too. I'm ready for all of that. I'm ready for all
Y'all
of
know
that.
that ain't coming no time soon.
Man,
I would say within the next few months or so, right? I mean, that's what's been speculated.
I heard it was
That's-
a delay station. I heard it was delay station. I heard it
Oh
was
my
delay.
gosh,
my
she done
gosh.
named it. She done named it.
No, sorry, I didn't name that. Somebody else
Oh,
did. I just
man.
took it. Delay station. But that's all.
I really hope everything releases. Because I just, we were looking forward to it for so long, and I heard that. Oh man, let's just say I heard some stuff as far as like people who in the gaming industry who make like I think I heard this on a previous like podcast from someone else about like the whole doing mocap, and how it's hard for the developers because everybody's working from home to do like motion capture sessions and to get all the like voice acting stuff properly because they don't have and they're not in the proper studio rooms and they don't have the proper equipment in order to do recordings. And I think that's been the most difficult part is people everybody's working from home, and it's just hard to kind of get all of those resources together and also get stuff up to quality. Yeah, so
I hadn't even thought about that, especially the mocap and stuff. That's gonna put a lot of games back.
Yeah, the triple A's at least, because
Yeah.
double A's and indies, they even getting mocap budgets is tough. But anybody could do mocap these days with the right if you have the equipment and stuff like that. But because prices have gone down significantly, and so I probably shouldn't put indies in a box like that. I mean, they could pull it off too. It's just with these big AAA budgets, they typically have these large, overly, how I put it in words, like they have these bigger mocap budgets basically, and they have better acting and facial capture and stuff like that.
Yeah, we need the apocalypse to be over with sometime soon. Because I already feel like my fall gaming is gonna be slacking more than usual.
I mean, they already. I mean, you think about it. They announced. They already announced Valhalla, so we know that's something to look forward to, right?
That's just one game. I'm used to buying like four.
I'll just put it out there, man. Like,
okay, Miss Nunu. Okay, Miss Nunu.
I know she want all new stuff. Hey, I'm with you. I mean, as a
She
fan,
want 4 games that she just barely turned the console on for, though.
yeah. So you talking like new?
I mean, for my Xbox.
Okay.
So you're talking mostly about like new IP, new experiences. Every gamer wants that. They want new experiences, new worlds. Just I want something completely outside of what I've seen before. Do something I've never seen. But you're right. I mean, somebody in the chat was talking about things are just starting to feel samey. Everybody wants to get on this, be the next Fortnite, be the next Overwatch, be the next whatever
next
hero,
battle
royale, right? Yes, everybody's looking for that
hit.
They
want that Fortnite money.
They want that hit. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I just want a cool story. I just want a great experience so I can talk about with my friends and we can share the experience and play through it again if we want to. Whether it's single player or multiplayer, I just want a fun game. That's all I want as a fan. I just want to enjoy it. I want my eyes to pop out of my head like when I see some graphics and be like, yo, this is incredible. Like that's what I want.
Interesting. All right. Anything else?
Not with this topic. I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, people in the chat, go ahead and get your questions ready. Remember, put question and then your question afterwards. I'm gonna go ahead and get our tidbits together. Lady, can you get our questions for us today?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, boo.
I didn't see any come in, but
some people had some at the beginning, but they said they was gonna try to wait. I think Other Zinc said he had a couple. So Other Zinc, make sure to get your questions in for Lady can find them. Speaking of Fortnite, the new Christopher Nolan movie trailer, I think his name is Tenet, was premiered in Fortnite this week. And my question, so in the past we've had concerts in Fortnite. Now we got premiere movie trailers, not just indie movies. Christopher Nolan is like big deal here, big deal. So is Fortnite and video games a new thing to show off new stuff?
It doesn't necessarily have to be overnight, but just it's a good platform because it's a free to play game. Anybody can just go in there and stuff like that. But that's what's going to be in the future. Like I also hear whispers of like Call of Duty doing a special event for their new Call of Duty 2020.
I heard that too, but I ain't want to say nothing because I didn't know if you had heard that too.
Oh, you already know I heard it. I'm a Call of Duty.
Okay, just make sure.
Okay. So
I like how you combine both names, by the way. You said overnight. That was so good.
But yeah, this is what it is. I think if you one of these big gaming that has open world, I think y'all do try to do something like that. Cause this is a Fortnite second thing that they're doing that's popular that has to do with like entertainment. And
yeah, but to debut the trailer in Fortnite, I think that's huge. I just let you know just how big Fortnite is. Now, as someone who I don't play Fortnite, so I would miss that trailer. So I'll have to get my information and by a different means. But I at the same time, I guess they figure they want to target that audience. They know that, okay, what demographic is playing Fortnite? Okay, we want to. To me, that's the interesting part.
I'm sorry. I was reading this question off the chat. I'm sorry.
Okay. Which one? The one from talk.
The chat is actually distracting everybody. So
yeah, they came across and I was like, really?
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll get to that. Let's try to answer Teresa's question. Okay.
Okay. Tidbit number 2. This is actually a good one if you ask me. Pac-Man turned 40 years old this week.
Man.
Damn, you saying? Never mind.
Yeah.
Anybody I know what you was thinking, lady.
Congratulations, Pac-Man.
Yes.
You do the damn thing. I remember not the arcade stick, but the arcade table.
Yep.
Oh, I remember that
one.
I
love it. Yeah, and there was 2 sides. See, if y'all not old enough, kids, that's like, it's like a table, but it's like a screen in the middle with glass on it, and you can play Pac-Man, and you have like your soda, your fries, or you can play with a friend. And if you're not playing, it's like a table, but you have I really enjoy that.
Oh man, that was
nostalgic. That was at our local Pizza Hut joint.
Yeah, we used to go, like when I was younger, my parents, at the time we didn't have a washing dryer, so we would have to go to the laundromat, and they had a Pac-Man machine in the laundromat. I remember bugging my mother for like, let me get the quarter. She's like, I gotta wash clothes. She would never want to give me any coins to play, and every so often I wait till she was done, like, and I was like, you got anything left over, and she give me that 1 quarter to play.
Back in the day, all you needed was 1 quarter.
It was Galaga. I think it was Galaga and Pac-Man, and I remember playing Pac-Man. You know, I was man. I knew then I loved it. I knew then though that I loved games. Like that was it. I was just that was life for me. That 1 quarter to for that few seconds, because you know it was harder in the arcades. Like they had that junk. The difficulty was up to the max. They wanted that money.
They were trying to get them quarters.
Right.
But yeah, so also speaking of anniversaries, Microsoft Solitaire is 30 years old this week.
Solitary or solitaire?
Solitaire.
The one came out of Windows 3.0.
Yo, that game is GOAT. That's game GOAT. Because
go ahead.
That game GOAT. I'm sorry. I didn't even.
Yeah, I got a cool story with that. So, like, I remember when back in the day when I first moved to Atlanta, I was in training for. I started working at AT&T. You know, it was early web designer days. And I was in the back of the classroom, and I'm spreading. I promise you, because they was giving some training on HTML and some basic kind of stuff of like the platforms they use. And me being who I was, I'm like, man, I already know this stuff. So I'm in the back playing solitaire, and let's just say one of the HR people came up and was like, you gotta do pretty much saying that I wasn't paying attention and so on and so forth. But so every time I think of solitaire, I think of that moment of me playing it in the middle of training at AT&T at the time. It's hilarious, completely hilarious.
You off task and everything.
Yes, just going against the grain. And that was, and you know what's crazy? You can think about it. If you're going through training, what you new to the company typically, right? Like that was it was. I was
all
just
bad.
man.
Just
Look,
look
I
all
was hot
bad.
shot. Come on, y'all can tell me nothing back then in them days. I was hot shot out of college. You can tell me nothing. Okay. Oh man.
All right, and our last tidbit before we get to questions.
I have one after that.
Okay. This is just for general knowledge because I didn't know if anybody knew, and I would just pass it along to our people. Grounded is going to be in the Xbox Insiders program starting June 9th through the 14th. So if you want to play it and you don't PC game, you can do it through there.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Preview,
so
right?
I was just preview. But you have the Xbox Insider to do it.
Okay.
The more I see of Grounded, the more I want to play it. Like it reminds me of like a
Honey,
what's
I
that-
Shrunk the Kids.
well, no, not Honey I Shrunk the Kids, but what's that game Ark? You know the game Ark that came out.
That dinosaur game.
I don't. I thought that game was
It's
more
a-
than just a dinosaur game though. But
I don't know. Yo, I know it's like a
It's a
survival
survival
game.
yeah,
dinosaur
survival game,
game.
and it that Grounded. It has a so the difference between Grounded and what's that game I just named it? Lord, the difference between Grounded and Ark. There we go. Dang. It's that Grounded actually has a story. You know what I mean? Grounded is actually like it's a story based kind of. It has the survival elements, of course. But there's more to it. But I guess like I said, the more I see the game, the more I'm like, yo, this looks fun. Like you get to build a base station. You have to collect food and try to survive while you out there. Like you said, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type style. It just looks cool. I mean, they released a new walkthrough. I think it was IGN or somebody released a new video on the game, and so the fact that this is entering preview, I can't wait to check it out. Have y'all seen the new video on from IGN about Grounded?
No, I didn't.
So when y'all get a chance, check that out, because it changed my perception a little bit on the game. You guys know I'm very like y'all know from just in DMs and stuff like how critical I can be on stuff like this. So it changed my perception a little bit on the game. So I'm now looking forward. The more I see it, the more I want to play it. So
All right, lady, you said you had a tidbit.
Well, I heard that Beanie Man and Bounty Killer doing versus this week tonight. Who you going
wait,
for?
this is versus? Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I heard.
man.
I heard.
I thought they didn't announce it yet. Cause like
No, I just heard. I heard. I got a tweet saying that. I'm just saying, if it was today, if it was true, who you going for?
You said Beanie Man and who said it was?
Bounty Killer.
Oof.
Why can't I just go for both and just get my score
I
from
know.
him?
I might just be like,
Like-
I'm just gonna call it a tie and go in there and enjoy the music, fam. Like,
Really enjoy the music.
yes. Yeah.
Because
That's
Hopefully
why.
the internet connection is better than the last.
Oh
few.
my
Oh,
goodness.
we
How
not
y'all
gonna-
signing up for this shit and you don't have good internet. I don't get it.
Yeah,
You must be talking about Nelly.
the Luda and Nelly.
You already know.
I think I got better internet than Luda had.
No, Luda had the best. Nelly, Nelly.
Nelly had.
Dude,
Nelly
so
got-
like, I know y'all saw all the like they were trolling really hard about that joint. The thread on it is so good. It's a
the
meme.
internet is undefeated. yo.
Undefeated completely. Yeah.
They had a picture of Nelly pixelated, and it was like Nelly's internet. Like I was like, oh my god.
They
I
had,
think-
even you had I know Boogie would know who I'm talking about. You had Scott Helmsley even put up like he put AOL dial up.
Damn.
It was hilarious. I'm like, everybody watched this stream. They had like they didn't hit the infamous like 500,000 mark, but it was like a bit under that. But it was hilarious. The chats, the memes. It was a moment. It was pretty. Cool.
I think after I went and got Delilah, and I was like, yo, I had Ludacris in the background. That's all we did for like an hour, and LBOOGIE came in there, and we were just looking at memes for like an hour and a half on Nelly. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna have to go with Beanie Man.
Beanie Man, yeah. ugh. It's still a tough call. It's still a tough call. I don't like I said. I mean, that's the thing. Is that official though? Like, 'cause
I
I've
don't.
been waiting for the next announcement. I heard they was talking
No,
about Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia, and I'm
you already
like,
know who I'm going with, so we don't even gotta discuss
well,
it.
you know, I'm a Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, I would pick them over 3 6.
What?
Yes,
Oh my
girl,
god!
come on, Crossroads, come on.
336 Mafia.
Anyway, but I just hope they announce something soon, cause like,
Yeah, because I mean, Versus is really helping us out on the weekends through the pandemic. I'm
I
telling you.
know, man, cause that Jill Scott and Erykah Badu joint. Oh my goodness, that was a straight
they were
vibe
just
session.
chilling.
Yes. Yeah.
Erica was lit off them edibles.
Yeah, I feel like the part when Jill Scott played Tyrone for why am I blanking? For Erykah Badu. When Jill Scott played the Tyrone for Erykah Badu when her internet went out, I thought that was such an epic moment because up until that point the guys weren't doing that.
No, because when Nelly's internet went out, Ludacris put another Ludacris song.
Right.
And then
Luda's like, we're gonna keep the party going. Like, screw that, we're gonna keep the party going.
We gonna keep the party going. You had the DJ with the Atlanta Falcons jersey on, like, yeah, ATL, oh, ATL. I was like, ah. But yes.
Did you always notice the part when every time Nelly played a song that nobody knew? That was the funniest thing ever.
Oh,
I knew it.
He played like Nelly played 2 songs that no one in the that was unreleased tracks, right?
Yeah,
and he was
right.
dancing like he
So
was
he
dancing like he was on a music video. Like,
flap your wings. He didn't do that.
oh, man, it's a lot of tracks. He didn't do number 1. It's a lot of songs he skipped. I'm like, man, you got so many
like
hits.
I know a lot of people afterwards were like, why you didn't play this? Why you didn't play that? Like,
Nelly catalog is ridiculously long, and people, when you listen back through the verses, like, you realize how big it is. But he still skipped a whole ton of junk, man.
Man, that sounds like a Nelly problem.
I felt like he went into it feeling like he was already had lost.
No, he went in and thought he was going to win. That's how it was. That's what it
But
felt
then
like.
he didn't realize Luda had that. Luda got some Luda beats.
Luda had
beats.
fiber
Oh
optic
my
cables.
God. Yeah.
He had fiber optic cables. He had that fro on point. He had the chain. He had 3 wardrobe changes, and he was
He sure
promoting-
did.
Damn.
He sure did.
He had the
3
Atlanta,
did.
changes though, like.
and it had the.
It was so good. And he was selling merch in the middle of it, like, yo, this the new Atlanta, such and such. It's like, yo, you could tell Luda came prepared. Like, Luda was like, look, I'm not losing in front of everybody.
I'm from Fast and Furious. I cannot.
It's like Nelly seemed like he came into it more of like a friendly competition, and then Luda like, I'm coming for your
Right, like I'm winning.
Right.
It was good though.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yo, so I do have a little tidbit. Did y'all know that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to have rap battles?
I
What?
saw that and I was
Yeah.
like, what?
So
Rap
apparently
battle.
so apparently back in the day when there were Vikings, there was this like thing. I don't know why I can't remember the name right now, but it was like they would insult each other essentially to rhythm.
Oh, really?
Yes. So there'll be chances for you to have these rhythmic insult battles in Valhalla, and I am all for it.
That's interesting. I wonder how they're gonna pull that off. I hope they do it right.
Yeah, they said they're gonna talk about it some more. They showed it on their Instagram, so like a little video. So I was pretty interested with that. Apparently, there's like an old myth of Odin destroying Thor in a rhythmic battle.
Rap battle, basically. Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, this is awesome.
Let's go. I mean, hey.
Right? Yeah, like I can't wait to see who's writing these raps.
Right. We're gonna see who got the best lyrics. We're gonna see
Yeah,
bar for bar.
apparently I need to tweet Esco Blades and be like, okay, I heard y'all rapping. Who's writing these raps?
That is so cool.
Yeah. So I
They
said
better
that little tidbit.
They better rhyme. All I'm saying. Okay. Yes, Miss Charisse, I will get with the questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. From Other Zing, thank you for coming through. Thank you. With Ryan McCarthy continuing to throw continuous shade at Halo Infinite, do you think Halo will get a fair shake? Not from Ryan. No.
Dang,
No.
lady. Do I think Halo's gonna get a fair shake? Man, I think Halo's gonna speak for itself. I can't wait.
What about you, Charisse?
No.
What about you, LBOOGIE?
Nah, you should. I'm blocked by Ryan McCaffrey, so.
What did you tell him?
What's the story? What's the story behind that?
Something about like it was him talking about something about Xbox and that we like to uplift Xbox and da here with my channel or whatever, and I'm like, I just retweeted and was like, since when? Like it was literally something simple like that, and he blocked me.
Wow.
I was like, man, you are petty.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, is there anybody important that I'm blocked by? Oh yeah, because you all know how I'm a Falcons fan, right? You know what I'm saying. So we have.
Who you blocked by?
I'm gonna tell you. This is a beat writer for Atlanta, the Atlanta Falcons. He always would try to cause controversy with the team. Like he would be like, my favorite player was Roddy White when he was with the Falcons, and he was trying to pit Roddy White because Roddy White was a wide receiver. He was trying to pit Roddy White against Julio Jones. These jokers are teammates. Why are you trying to pit them against each other? Because he was saying stuff like, don't you want more catches? Don't you want more of this? I'm like, stop doing it. I tweeted him and I was like, stop trying to pit these two players against each other. They're on the same team. Like, what are you doing? Right? I was like, and this was at a time when Julio was like fairly new to the team. Julio was like, I think his second year or something like that. Something. Let's just say it wasn't, and he straight blocks me for that. All because I said don't stop putting them against each other. Stop trying to, I'm like, some people be ego tripping when they think especially when they think they right about stuff. So
I feel the same way. It was this football player, I forgot his name, but he was like, if you own an Xbox, you ain't no real gamer. And I did a little digging, and I responded, and I was like, you need to worry about that torn ACL and getting released from the race. Before you
That's kind of hard.
Yeah, you came at his ass.
Yes, oh my goodness.
Like that.
I said you gotta be worried about getting released from the Ravens and that torn ACL before you start claiming about what video games and not trying to come up in here during a quarantine think you a gamer. Nah, bruh, you a football player who just got in the game. Let's keep it honest. So after that, I don't even remember his name, but he used to play for the Falcons. I mean, that's not the Ravens. The Ravens.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm like, I know who. If you play for the Falcons, I'm likely know.
Nah, Ravens. Baltimore Ravens.
Gotcha.
Oh shit.
I don't know if I've been blocked by anybody. If you've blocked me, please let me know.
How do you have to let you know?
Man, look.
No, I'm supposed to know. Like
Another person that I think I'm blocked by is
damn, Delilah.
I'm
What
sorry,
are you doing?
my bad. Go ahead.
Like, what are you doing on Twitter?
I don't think I'm blocked by anybody too. This is the other person I'm blocked by.
No, because I had to think. I was like, so anybody else that's prominent, and it's you guys know that guy on Twitter who does the charts and whatnot, ZHuge, ZX.
The charts.
Yeah, he does these game industry charts where he's talking about sales between PlayStation and Xbox. He's talking about, what's going on in the UK versus United States. He does these charts. Well, you remember back when they was doing rumors about Scorpio and stuff like that, and people had the little emojis? Well, he blocked a whole bunch of people for having a purple emoji, for having that little Scorpio emoji in their names, and I was one of those. I was a casualty of that. I didn't do anything to this dude, okay? I used to love seeing his charts. I used to comment on his charts like, oh, yo, this is a cool statistic. Thanks for posting. Like, nice, right?
Yeah.
And he blocked me all because I had put a Scorpio emoji in my name, next to my name. He's like, oh, he even posted about it before he blocked everybody. He was like, thanks for putting Scorpio emojis in your name, so now I know who to block. He blocked everybody that had one. I was pissed.
Stop capping.
No, it wasn't so much capping. It was just being excited I can't be excited for the console by putting a Scorpio emoji next to my name.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. You right?
Yeah.
Really not. He's like, but see, the thing is, I wasn't even fangirling. Like, I wasn't even fangirling. I was just like, oh, this is cool. This is a cool way to be like excited for the new console.
Right. Well, that's because you had some people who had it who were trolling. So
yeah. You're right. Makes sense. Even though it sucks because now I'm dealing with it because I'm like, oh, he posted something. I mean, it's like blocked. I have to go through somebody else.
Right. Like, if somebody screenshot that for me, I can't see it. Yeah, they do that shit all the time with Ryan. They be like, look at what he said. I said, I can't see shit.
Oh yeah, I had Delilah showed me a tweet on the thread, and I'm like, yo, that person blocked. This person blocked me. Can you send me a screenshot? Thank you for the blocks, y'all. I love it. We can go to our next question. L Tuck, who had me laughing.
Sorry.
L Tuck 8521. Thank you for coming through. Question: I got Anthem for $3, but I never played it. Is it worth it? Is it worth to install or no?
I'm mad we thinking about this.
I mean, you gonna get done with it quick.
I'm gonna say if you got a weekend to kill,
Right?
Like install it now.
Yeah, like I just felt like it was a lot left that they didn't do, right? Yeah. And then the end game, the issue is that there wasn't enough story, and the end game was lacking. That's the main issues with the game.
And what's crazy about that game is the story started out so interesting. Like it started out really good. You're like, oh, yo, what's gonna happen?
And some of the side characters that you wanted to hear more from, their story was very short. So
I don't know because I don't have Anthem problems. I advise people not to buy me this game. That's how bad I didn't want it.
That is so true. You definitely been stuck on like I don't want Anthem. I don't like Anthem. You always consistent on that.
Cause I played the demo.
Something?
I felt something, and my juju was right. You was like, Delilah, come on. Delilah, come on.
Oh, I was all about it.
You was like, just play the demo. Just play the demo. I would played it, and I didn't like it. So.
Yeah, I was heartbroken. But it's all good.
It's okay. I'm sorry, I broke your heart. All right, we got another question from Other Zinc. With Sony continuing to cancel their quote unquote hundreds of shows, do you guys think Sony is afraid of the power of the X? Oh, I just think they ain't got no shit to show. Or they ain't got enough to show. Not necessarily afraid of the power of the X.
See, I'm on a different wavelength. Like I think they ain't
got no hundreds of shows.
No, but come on, we all know Sony know how to put on a great show. They know what they're doing. They know how to market.
Their show is coming. I just feel like my thing is don't wait this long and don't have enough shit to show.
I feel like they're right on time, y'all. Because if you remember, and I've said this in previous podcasts of ours, like they normally don't show stuff this early. It's just that with Microsoft, the way they showed their stuff so much earlier, it changes the narrative. People are like, where y'all at? When really, mostly, normally everybody showed their stuff around E3 time. So I feel like they're right. They're on the proper time frame. It's just the world isn't.
Right.
So
it don't help that we all sitting at home just waiting for
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
I like that. I like that answer. Fastback OG NLG podcast coming through with the really good question. Did y'all have the handheld Pac-Man that was shaped like Pac-Man? The Pac-Man that's Tiger Games. Okay, yes.
I did not have that. I did not. I wanted it.
But no. Yeah, but no. Yeah.
Tiger Games is the only Pac-Man handheld game I had.
The black and white with the doop doop. The little two sound.
It was yellow. It was thick, like bulky, and it had like a small screen that was gray and black, and it was like Pac-Man's. And all I can remember is Tiger Games, like the people who made that actual product. So
man, y'all know Tiger made all kind of stuff with those
little handheld games.
Little 2-bit
Sailor Moon,
colors,
Ninja Turtles. Power Rangers.
I think I had the Power Rangers one and Ninja Turtles one because I shared it with my cousin.
I'm telling you. Before games when my mom didn't feel like paying like $100 and some for that Game Boy, best believe she paid like $30 for the handheld.
Can we talk about those animations on those games though?
Hot garbage, but we didn't know that then.
That was you see that? Yeah.
Oh, we thought it was amazing. We thought it was 4K back in the day.
Yes, that's why like kids now, like people who's growing up in this age of like new with the way things are done now, they got it so good. Like they don't have to worry about the humble beginnings of like 8-bit and stuff like that.
They don't know. They were about 30, 60 frames. Can we get that? Be there when you was
Can we have more than 4 colors? Basically.
Well, we had only 8 and 16 bits. Come on now.
Yeah.
And 30 bits. And GoldenEye. Woo, let's not get there. Oh.
Yes.
Let me keep scrolling. Thank you for that question. That's a nostalgic question. I appreciate it. Back from the Dead, number 1. Question: how many backwards compatible games on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 do you expect to be available at launch? Considering both companies have said they're testing them, and with delays, we will be replying on them.
Wow, yeah, that's a good question.
That is a good question. I know I can't speak for the Xbox Series X because I ain't got it, but with my fat baby Xbox One, I still got 3 generations of Xbox games that I can play.
And I think it's gonna carry over to the new system. So they already announced that backward compatible. They continue in that program of being able to play the games that you have on Xbox One into the Series X. So yeah, I think Microsoft their catalog's gonna carry over. We don't know the details about what Sony is gonna do yet as far as their back compat, but I think even when Mark Cerny had his his talk, he mentioned a little bit about back compat and that they expect to have a majority of the PlayStation 4 titles on PlayStation 5. So,
no, originally he said like the top 100, but then they had to go back and clarify that then it's gonna be the majority of the PlayStation.
Yeah, you're right. So you said top 100.
That's what he said at first, that they're guaranteeing will be able to play. But then after people complained, they came back and said that they're going to try to do the majority of the PlayStation titles, the PlayStation 4 titles, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay. PlayStation 5 need to catch up with Xbox's backward compatibility, because if you're talking about having PlayStation 5 and only backwards compatible on PS4, you bugging. You need to have.
How far you think they should go back? Do you think they should just focus on PlayStation 2, 1, 2, 3, like all?
No, they need I mean, like 4, it should be most of their category. When it comes to 1, 2, and 3, they should do like their greatest hits backwards compatible.
Yeah,
PlayStation hits. That's what it's called. PlayStation hits. Yeah. Like Scarface, like Metal Gear Solid, the original version. Those type of games, like PlayStation hits, that when they came out on their console of that time, and that was considered a PlayStation hit, quote unquote, that's what they need to put backwards compatibility at.
Wow, yeah, I know. Back like if you listen to some previous interviews with Phil, like he mentioned, like for the Microsoft and for the back compat program with them, it's like it's a preserving of history for them. Like they look like we're preserving these titles because of history. It's kind of like if you go to a museum and then some stuff can get lost in translation. Like we know that, let's say if the back compat program didn't exist, we wouldn't see some of these games again, because whether it's licensing or the IP just dies off or the company closes or something happens, you won't even see these titles or get a chance to even experience these games. It's not like back in the day when things weren't all digital, where you can go and find a physical copy, right? So I think that's the best way to look at it now, and hopefully both companies or even Nintendo, same for Nintendo doing a great job with their program, is that be an industry standard, that look, we preserve history, we continue with back compat going forward. So but we'll see.
Okay. We shall see.
Philly Eagle, what's up? Fly Eagles fly. I think that's what they say, right?
I mean, so I'm not.
Yeah, as a Philly Eagles fan, don't they say that? I'm just saying. You can correct me, Philly Eagle. The question is for him. Thank you for your question, by the way. What difficulty of gameplay of Anthem you running on? LOL. None, because I don't play that game.
Wait. If you're just starting out, you basically have to play the story, so normal, whatever that is. But if you want some halfway decent loot, you're gonna have to crank that difficulty up. If you get your suit to, I think it master level. It's not the one you start off with. It's like one above that or something. You're gonna have to go to Grandmaster level 2. Like, you're gonna have to do that, and you're gonna have to be able to play with people who actually know what they're doing, because you're gonna die and they need to come back and save your butt. There is no question about it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your question.
The difficulty make it. I was going to ask Charisse, like, for you, like, you don't feel like the difficulty made the game better?
No, it made you had more enemies and and the enemies were turned into sponges. It was still the same generic world. It was still, and even if you were still played it on Grandmaster 2, you were still getting like the blue level, which is like the most common stuff.
Yeah,
you were
drops.
still
I remember that.
People were having issues with. They were like, "What's going on with this? Why am I playing with such hard difficulty if y'all not giving me nothing?" Type of thing.
Yeah, you like if you can handle Grandmaster 2, crank that difficulty up. Like, that's the only way you're gonna get good loot drops. The only way, and it's not even guaranteed that. Like, I played, like, when the last time I played for like 3 hours and I only got like 2 legendaries. It's the no, you got.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part, Charisse.
Yeah, you faded out.
I'm sorry, I was having a choking fit. If you play Anthem, you got to crank that difficulty up as soon as possible if you want decent loot, because that's the only way you're going to be able to upgrade your javelin.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. I'm looking for a question that I didn't see. It was something about when the Series X come out. It was something about bugs free, or should I wait for the second batch? Is that something like that? I'm trying to find the question. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all.
You're fine.
Oh, there it is. LTuck8521. Do you think Xbox Series X will ship bugs free, or should I wait for the second batch? You mean like bugs, like software bugs, or that's what you meant? The hardware?
I don't know. I mean, because if you think about hardware in general, whether we release anything, whether it's iPad, iPod, whatever, like anything, like, it's a risk you take with being one of the early adopters. Like, even with
you might get a lemon.
Yeah, with cell phones and all that stuff, you don't know how it's gonna shake out. So I think you just do your discretion. I know for me personally, I want a day one, fam. I want to experience it as soon as possible, even if I have some issues with hardware. I feel like typically when you get game system that early, it comes with a great warranty. You can always swap it out, and Microsoft has a fantastic warranty program, especially for electronics. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot wait for a second batch. I cannot wait for a second batch of consoles to come through. If y'all don't know, I got this fat baby for 5 years, man. It is like, I gotta replace this. I have to replace this. Ain't no way I'm going to 2021 I'm sorry. As much as I love my Xbox, I need to upgrade.
You better stop talking about it. You got a few more months to go.
Yeah.
You better go kiss that thing and tell it you love it. She didn't mean that, baby. She didn't mean that.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna play it.
See?
Monday, Tuesday when we play Killer Instinct. It's okay, baby. It's okay.
Oh, you doing the fight night with the squad?
No, I was trying to do it last week on K Mega's show. I mean, on K Mega's fight night, but I had something personal came up. So probably one of my other homies is gonna probably do a more chill fight section. Not like just a more chiller fight section, but yeah, I'm looking at it. So I'm looking at it right now. He asked me what days will I be available. So yeah, but we're gonna play Orchid, and we're gonna learn Maya, and we're gonna get right. And shout out to Seagate for the Sea of Thieves terabyte hard drive.
You could tell she's looking back at the system every time she talks.
Because if you take care of your stuff will last. And I'm, as much as they last, I know that like tech hardware wise, I'm outdated as a mug, and I have to change it. So I can't just be waiting. I'm gonna just get it how I live and just get it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I can't.
Yeah, but one thing you said something that stood out to me. You said you waiting on the second batch. You're not gonna get it on day one.
No. I said I'm not waiting for the second batch.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. I'm not. Okay. I can't afford to wait for a second batch. It was that 6 months, 6 extra months.
Normally it's like normally like traditional console releases. Yeah, typically it's like that. Like,
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm already looking at it like, you need your software is kind of outdated and stuff like that, and you need to change up. So I will be getting the first batches, and I'm gonna have 2 controllers. Oh yeah, I don't need 2 controllers because your controllers that you have now goes over there.
Yeah, everything's for especially for like Xbox, all this stuff. Your accessories work, your plan charge kit work, like all that stuff work with the new system. So.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. All right.
And we're gonna be
in life plan. I'm telling you. I got another question from LTuck8521. Can you see Sony making a PS5 Pro, probably releasing it around the same time as the PS5 and Series X exclusives starting to come out? Question mark.
Wow, that's a deep question because
they
so scarce right now. We don't even no one really.
I won't be surprised.
So you honestly think they're gonna release a Pro
Pro next year, 2022? Oh,
he said okay. He or she said 2022.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm saying 2022.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking
if they do a Pro.
See, I thought the question was for this year. That's what I thought the question was for, but I guess I was wrong.
No, it didn't say. Well, no. Oh, okay. Around the time. No. I'm sorry, I didn't read that. Not in 6 months. Nah. 2021. 2022.
It's too early to talk about a Pro system until we actually get a
standard, right?
The original system. Yeah. Maybe let's see. We're gonna say, I don't know. PS5 drops this fall, part of fall gaming. Yes. Pro might drop 2, maybe 3 years later. Maybe but again, we can't know that for sure unless we actually, if they can improve on what's keeping them from announcing stuff right now. Maybe sooner, maybe earlier.
I really feel like that. I really feel like that question was asked because of the power. There's a power gap, a little bit of a power gap between the systems, between between the GPU, CPU versus with that was announced for PlayStation 5 versus the Series X. I think that's possibly what contributed to the question. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's too soon to tell.
Too soon to know. 2022. Okay. Fastback. I have it has a question. Anyone playing Minecraft Dungeons next week?
Yes,
I am. Yes,
I got it downloaded for people who want to play. I got
it downloaded. Yeah, I got it downloaded. I'm sure my kids don't want to play it.
I got it preloaded, so we can. Yeah, when it comes out on Tuesday.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna be off that day. Okay, that's interesting.
I can't wait. Should be fun.
Oh, so it's gonna be Grown Women Game Day Tuesday?
We can. We can do it.
I officially gotta go to work next week. So.
Damn.
She gotta pay bills, man. Come on.
I get it. I get it.
Oh, maybe that night. Maybe that night.
Yeah,
I gotta go to work on Wednesday.
Too.
I gotta go to work on Wednesday.
We'll
figure it out. We'll figure it out. I think that's all the questions.
We're having to have a lunch break game session.
Oh man, I can't do lunch breaks, man. They gotta be longer than that.
Our lunch breaks will be different. East Coast, West Coast.
Oh, that's so true. I always forget about that.
Yes, I think I'm just taking one through look on the chat to see if I skipped any questions.
While Lady is looking, I just want to point out that Vodka and Philly was talking about how in Anthem you can now buy legendaries.
Oh, that's cold. Never mind.
Oh.
Man, look. All right.
I didn't even know that was a thing now. Apparently you can also craft them also. So, hey. I don't know. That kind of changes the game. I wonder if is it with in-game currency, or you actually use money to buy it? Because if that's the case, then it really changes the game. I'm about to go
that's a
read
good
up on
question.
this.
Is it in-game currency only, or is it like? Because you at that point, is it when you add something like that, that's kind of like play to win, right?
That really does. You making it play to win now if it's using real money. But in a way, you can also buy in-game currency. So we'll see.
All right.
Wow.
I think that's it. No more questions.
No more questions. Cool.
All right then, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to do our outros. We're gonna start with going backwards. Lady.
A shout out to the chat being the bestest as y'all can be. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you to my lovely panel being the best as always. We are close. We at 748. We're trying to get to them 1,000 pieces. Make sure you tell everybody to hit us up. Press that subscribe button. And make sure you check me out at lady_infamous415. You can check me at my side piece, aka Twitter lady _infamous30s. We got a couple of giveaways in the and I got some gift cards to give away when I get to 3,000 on Twitter and when I get to 1,200 on Twitch. Thank you so much for joining us, and you guys have a wonderful weekend. Memorial Day weekend. Have fun, but be safe.
All right, and Miss Delilah?
Yes, you all know you can follow me on Twitter, Delilah_HD. Thanks everyone for rocking out with us. We appreciate each and every one of you all. And catch y'all next Saturday.
All right, and Miss LBOOGIE?
All right, you guys, thank you for coming by. I know I appreciate it, and I know the ladies appreciate it as well. I hope everybody's staying safe, and I'll see you next week.
All right, and it's your girl CHAREECE here. Thank y'all for coming. The chat has been lit as always. Thank you, ladies, for holding us down. Yes, and excuse me for coughing sometimes. I want everybody to count it how much I choked from coughing.
It ain't as more as me, so you good?
Oh, cool. But yes, everybody have a safe weekend. Make sure if you're gonna play some games, get the wins in. Be safe. Wash your hands, wash your ass, and have a good afternoon.